Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Silver Sun here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on Mob Psycho Season 2, Episode 3. Alright, so this episode pretty much starts out like any other Mob Psycho 100 episode, with Mob and Reagan doing their exorcism stuff, pretty much helping customers out, especially after the website that Reagan posted last episode. At the very end of it, is pretty much giving them a lot more business, and the first job for them being to help this lady with this peeping what would you call it? He wasn't really like an actual spirit. It was just like some guy having like some sort of like near death experience of sorts. But like pretty much he was just like stalking her from her window and whatnot. He was in the next door, and so pretty much they went over to see what was up, and then pretty much he like confessed to her his feelings for her and whatnot, and she was like, "Yeah, you're real creepy." So she turned him in, rightfully so. And then Mob was all confused, like how come she was, turned off because he was a human and not a spirit. Like how come, he was just real curious about it and he didn't understand like what the what the issue was. But after that little job they went on, Mob actually he's about to get mugged outside, and pretty much before they're able to really like take any of his money or anything like that, the squad basically shows up. First it's Dimple that possesses one of the muggers, and then Ritu comes in, freaking strangles the guy with his tie, and then the Body Improvement Club comes up right behind them and start like ganging up on him, and Mob's just standing there like not sure what to do, not fighting back at all, and they're pretty much just like, yo, why don't you just use your powers to handle these guys? You can't let them mess with you like that. Very much true, but Mob's just like, nah, it's fine, I can handle it myself. But I thought that was a really cool scene how they just came in, just like helped your boy out without even like needing to be called for. They just came up out of nowhere. But yeah, that pretty much happened, and then after that scene played out, we pretty much move on to another job that they get assigned with Mob and Reagan. These teenagers come in, and they're pretty much requesting that they take a picture of them at this like abandoned haunted well, they don't know it's haunted just yet, but pretty much this abandoned house. And then so they go out there and they take a picture, but then they come back later on and they find out that the picture is cursed. There's spirits in the photo, so pretty much they have to go back out there again to try and help them exorcise the spirits and stuff like that, because it's really creeping them out, and they just don't feel comfortable with having that stuff out there in the world. So pretty much they have to go and exercise it. But when they go to do so, Mob's pretty much like frozen in place. He's pretty much trembling at the fact that he has to exercise a family of spirits. It's a father, a mother, and a son, and they pretty much, they died prematurely in an accident, and so pretty much when Mobs exercises them, they're gonna like practically disappear forever and not be able to see each other again. And so he's pretty much the dad of the spirit. He's pretty much requesting that, no, like, please don't do this. I want to be with my family a little bit longer and whatnot. And Mob's just like holding back, like he's real hesitant. But everyone else isn't really able to see what he's seeing. Nobody's really able to see that the spirits are talking and they're trying to plead with them and everything like that. Except for Dimple, he's pretty much obviously able to see him because he is a spirit himself. But Miles pretty much conflicted with this idea that him he can see spirits and humans just fine and stuff like that. But like he sees them as equal, basically, humans and spirits and stuff like that. They all have value to him and whatnot. And Reagan pretty much, like, he obviously didn't see the spirits, but he can sense and see that Mob was real stressed out about this, even though they've exercised dozens of spirits over the years. He could see that this one was a real trouble for Mob, and so pretty much he went in. He stops the exorcism right then and there, and they pretty much head back home. And so basically, all the while between his exorcisms and his daily life at school and everything else, this episode, Mom's pretty much just thinking about, oh, what if I were to use my powers for bad instead of good? Would I get in trouble? Would anybody be able to stop me or anything like that? I don't know why he's thinking those thoughts, but I guess we'll just have to see for later on. But yeah, that's pretty much where the episode tends to tends to end. There wasn't really much else after that, it was pretty much just all that was left. So my initial thoughts were, it was really good. I did enjoy it, not as obviously as action packed as the last episode. This episode was definitely more character driven, a lot more character development, which I love, especially in a series like this, where that's pretty much like 90% of the show, at least in my opinion. It's it's pretty much like a slice of life kind of show, and with like action scenes in between all of that and such. And I really do like this character development that Mob's getting, even though I don't quite understand where it's leading to, or what it's alluding to rather. But yeah, it seems like stuff is really going to be heating up later on. Definitely going to be a lot more tougher choices for Mob to make later this season, it seems. And judging by the trailer, it seems like those decisions are going to make or break the whole freaking town, it seems. Everything's going to go kaboom, basically, at the end of it all. But we shall see how that turns out later down the line. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this review, guys. Tell me what you guys thought about the review itself, what you guys thought of the episode itself. Give me your feedback down below in the comments. Leave a like or a dislike, whatever you guys want to do. And until the next one, Silver Sun is out.